Beyond the remarkable ghost ranch assemblage lies a fascinating ecological story, one where Coelophysis was just a single player in a richly populated theater of survival. While this agile dinosaur may have pioneered revolutionary adaptations, it still occupied a middle tier in a complex food web teeming with formidable competitors and potential threats. The late Triassic landscape where Coelophysis carved out its niche was far from a dinosaur-dominated world. These evolutionary newcomers were rare pioneers in an ecosystem ruled by ancient reptilian lineages. Lurking in waterways, massive crocodile-like phytosaurs reigned as apex predators. Their powerful jaws and armored bodies made them deadly adversaries to any Coelophysis that ventured too close while hunting. A thirsty Coelophysis approaching a watering hole might freeze at the sight of ripples betraying a phytosaur's presence, forced to either risk a quick drink or seek water elsewhere. On land, heavily armored Eatosaur, resembling a bizarre fusion between ankylosaur and crocodile, presented different challenges. While not predatory, their formidable defenses meant Coelophysis needed to navigate around these tank-like creatures that dominated the herbivore niche alongside specialized rhynchosaurs with their beaked mouths. Coelophysis thrived through ecological positioning. Its speed and agility allowed it to target small lizard-like reptiles, early proto-mammals, and insects, prey too insignificant for dominant hunters, but abundant enough to sustain a specialized predator. When a phytosaur emerged from the water to pursue larger prey, Coelophysis could dart in to scavenge fish stranded in shrinking pools, using its speed to escape before the larger predator returned. The adaptability that allowed Coelophysis to thrive locally also fueled a much grander conquest. When paleontologists discovered nearly identical fossils separated by what are now oceans and continents, it raised a profound question. What hidden capabilities allowed this seemingly modest predator to establish its presence across such vast distances during the Triassic, when most other species remained restricted to much smaller geographic ranges? Fossil evidence reveals a remarkable story. Coelophysis established itself across the southwestern United States and parts of Africa. These locations, now separated by thousands of miles of ocean, were once connected as parts of Pangaea. This distribution pattern demonstrates an evolutionary success that few contemporaries achieved. The discovery of Syntarsis rhodesiensis in Zimbabwe, a dinosaur so closely related to Coelophysis baueri that many paleontologists consider them either the same species or immediate evolutionary neighbors, transformed our understanding of early dinosaur dispersal. This suggests either a widely distributed species or closely related forms that evolved along parallel tracks across different regions of Pangaea. Much like modern coyotes have expanded their range by adapting to diverse environments from wilderness to urban areas, Coelophysis conquered territories through exceptional flexibility. The late Triassic Pangaean landscape presented formidable barriers: mountain ranges, deserts, floodplains, and forests. While other predators specialized in particular habitats, Coelophysis maintained generalist characteristics that allowed it to thrive across dramatically different ecosystems. This continental expansion occurred during one of Earth's most climatically volatile periods. The late Triassic featured extreme conditions, especially in the lower latitudes where New Mexico was situated. These harsh environmental pressures limited the diversity of meat-eating theropods in tropical regions. Only the most adaptable survived. Thriving for approximately 5 million years at the end of the Triassic period gave Coelophysis sufficient time to gradually expand its range. The species followed corridors of suitable habitat that opened as climate patterns shifted. During stable climate periods, populations established themselves in new territories. When conditions deteriorated, their adaptations, speed, efficient metabolism, opportunistic feeding, enabled survival in challenging environments. This widespread distribution conveyed significant evolutionary advantages. Geographically dispersed populations maintained greater genetic diversity, making the species more resistant to localized extinction events. If drought, disease, or predation threatened one regional population, Others continued, thriving elsewhere on the supercontinent. This strategy represented a significant advancement over localized species that could be entirely eliminated by a single catastrophic event. By establishing populations across 3 modern continents, Coelophysis effectively seeded what would become the dominant terrestrial predator design for the next 150 million years, a lightweight, hollow-bone blueprint that nature would refine throughout the Jurassic and Cretaceous periods. When we examine the evolutionary path of Coelophysis, we witness something truly revolutionary in prehistoric life. While contemporary archosaurs relied on brute force, this nimble predator charted a different course through natural selection, one that prioritized agility and efficiency over raw power. This strategic divergence established a template that influenced theropod evolution for millions of years. The long legs, slender build, and grasping hands formed the foundation of a new predatory paradigm. Coelophysis pioneered the future, showing how adaptation and speed triumph over brute force. What ancient survival strategies might inspire us today as we face our own evolutionary challenges?